So we've got a bit of a whopper of a ribeye with the bone in today. I've had a lot of messages about this, how to cook steak. This is how I cook steak. There's lots of ways of cooking it. Of course, we're going to go for a simple salt, pepper rub, little bit of rubbed garlic, olive oil, and into a massively hot pan. This whole kitchen right now is full of smoke. And you cook your steak however you want it. As you can see, I've got a nice kind of, that's not rare, but it's not far off, but I'm happy like that. Beautiful. Welcome back to How to Cook Great. Okay, so what we've got here is a beautiful ribeye steak with the bone in. This is about 850 grams, which is about 1.8 pounds or 29 ounces roughly. It really is a beauty. It's nice and thick, as you can see. And we're going to cook it today. Now, the first thing you do when you cook a steak is you take it out the refrigerator for about 20-25 minutes. Get it to kind of room temperature. If you take it straight from a refrigerator cold and put it onto a really hot pan, which we're going to do, it's a disaster. So you just need to get it out for about 20-30 minutes. Right, let's get some seasoning on that. Very simple seasoning. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to season the board. And don't be shy with your salt and your pepper. Lovely. Now, take your steak, press it down on there, and then heavily season this side as well. We're going to press that down, get the sides done, rub that in there, you know. Okay, next up, what I like to do is get some cloves of garlic, and we're just going to rub that on there, okay? This is going to take a couple of minutes, so I'll be back. So I've just got some cloves of garlic, cut it in half, and I'm just going to rub it on both sides. Back in a couple of minutes. Okay, so salt, pepper, plenty of, rubbed with garlic, olive oil, little massage. Again, going to flip that over. We're going to do the sides, and that is for me ready for the pan. Okay, so you're going to need a pan of some sort. You can see that my pan has got that kind of griddly lines in. That makes no difference. You just need a pan that's going to get really nice and hot, and that's what we're doing now. We're getting it really, really hot. Now, we've got some oil rubbed on already, haven't we? So we don't need to add any oil here. We're going to be adding butter, quite a lot of butter actually. And on she goes. Now, of course, you cook a steak how you want it. Now, with the bone in, it's going to be quite difficult to get this well done, to be honest, because the bone is going to kind of prevent that, really. Or it's going to be too black on the outside. I'm going to flip this over a few times, and I'm going to put it on its side to cook this fat down. We need to render that fat out, and I'm going to tip it over on the bone side to get the bone moving. But like I say, you cook it however you want, if you want it nice and rare or whatever, medium. But well done is quite difficult with a bone in, I have to say. I'll be flipping that over in a moment. So that's just been going in just for like a couple of minutes. We're going to try and get hold of this bad boy and turn it. It is big. Fantastic. I'm going to be turning it a few more times, and I'll be back again when I show you how to do the sides. Okay, let's try and tip it on its side now. Kind of hold it there. I'm going to hold this for like 30, 40, 50 seconds. Try and render out that fat on that side. And then I'm going to tip it over and see if we can get some cooking on the bone, which you can see there. See if we can hold it up that side again for as long as you can, because it's extremely hot. So as you can see, the pan is really, really smoking, and I've actually managed to balance it up there on its end. I'm going to let it go actually for another couple of minutes there. We really want to cook that bone out, you know. Okay, so I've managed to turn it over again, let it stand by itself, because I can't hold it there, it's just way too hot. Rendering out as much fat as we can here. Then I'm going to go for another couple of minutes on each side, and then we're ready to add some butter, if you want, that is. Okay, so the kitchen is full of smoke. This is very smoky, but we've done well. We've been going for about 7 or 8 minutes now, turning it around, doing what we have to do. I want to just get in a little bit more olive oil. And then butter. Look, that amount. It's a big amount we're going for. Garlic, the cloves of garlic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let me grab a spoon. Let's start basting this over now. Okay, 3 minutes of basting, and I'm going to be turning it a little, you know, once or twice again, and then we're ready. We're going to take this out. Okay, I've just turned the heat off, and you can see here I've got a rack. Not Iraq, a rack. Out she comes, onto the rack. And we're just going to leave it on that rack for about 4 minutes. Let it kind of just rest a little bit. Okay, so you can see it looks pretty good. And that's going to be fairly red inside, I think. But beautiful. That's kind of how I want it, actually. And of course, you can cut it. I mean, you can cook it much longer if you want. Okay, so it's been resting for a few minutes. I'm going to cut into this now. That is lovely. Look at that. I mean, that's exactly where I want that to be. Delighted. Hang on a minute. Let's have a little look around here, shall we? Let's just cut into this. Yeah, look at that. Can you see in there, guys? Super. Okay, there you go. So I'll cut that off the bone. The bone's right there. Lovely pink. It's how I like it. You don't have to do it like that. You can cook it for longer if you want. We've got a nice crust on it. Beautifully seasoned with the salt, pepper, a little bit of olive oil and the rubbed garlic. Now, if you wanted, you could be adding some thyme in there or some rosemary, something like that. I'm just showing you the basics today, but that is beautiful. Cook it for however long you want or how short you want. I hope that's helped. I've had lots and lots of emails and messages about this. But yeah, that is a beautiful steak. Hope you enjoy that. Keep safe, keep well. I'll see you really soon. Lots of love.